New title is Boss of Josh. Boom. Welcome to episode 13. Lucky number 13?
I think so.
On a Friday.
Friday. We're doing this on a Friday.
Halloween.
All Hallows Eve.
Thank you.
That's the eve of the eve.
That's the eve of the eve. Thank you for joining Funny in Theory. I am your flight attendant, Joshua Will.
Oh, I thought that was your Halloween voice.
That is
but it's your flight attendant voice.
Flight attendant voice.
Can you do the fingers or the hand motions?
In case of this not being funny, emergency exits will be found to the nearest exit. Keep in mind that the closest exit may be behind you. In case of a water landing, push people out of the way. Do not bring anything. I am, I am the entertainment director here at the St. Paul Saints, but with me is someone I don't even recognize anymore because she has a new title. What is it?
I thought you were going to say because I'm Taz.
Because you're Taz.
For those who listen, Josh is wearing a flight attendant dress and a handkerchief around his neck.
We would like to call this an outfit. This is my work outfit.
Okay. And I'm repurposing the Toon Squad jersey.
Nice.
The Tasmanian Devil.
I made a mistake
I only
yesterday.
picked Taz because I liked 1.5. That was his number.
1.5 is nice. Yesterday, get a text from Sierra saying, wear a costume tomorrow. And I wrote back, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Don't do that.
Have you never known that's like a universal for like, I'm being short, I'm being rude with you. You've never heard that?
No.
Joey, if you hit someone with a K. That's done. That's rude.
Rude. Okay.
I even sent you a gift that like had a sound to it.
I was like, note to self: don't over-explain stuff. Don't be vague. Don't be short. Don't use.
No,
K.
it's just like you should never text K to anybody unless you're mad at them. K.
K.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just so you learn. I don't know.
I will never do that again.
Well, I'm not even saying to me, to like anyone.
Okay.
If it was okay, I would have been like, all right, he's not wanting to do so, but I don't care.
The response I get from text that I cannot stand is sure.
Because it's short.
Yeah. But it's like, for me, when I say sure, it's like, Josh, you want to go down and blah, blah. Sure.
See, I guess it all depends on how you say it. Because like when I say sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But then that's when I would want an exclamation point after the... And we know around here, don't put too many, especially with Sean Aronson. Do not add.
You're not allowed to do any or a smiley face.
Yeah.
He hates that. That was loud.
That was very loud. What was that?
I don't want to do it again.
Okay, we have moved away from who the heck you are now, because I don't even recognize you anymore because you have a new title.
Oh.
Who are you and what do you do here at CHS Field?
My name is Sierra. That's never changed.
Nope. Okay.
And I have a buzzwordy title now. It's very buzzwordy. Nothing I am doing here. Well, a few things have changed, but not really. Everything that I have been doing here and been in charge of, all that's pretty much staying the same. But my title didn't necessarily fit to all of it.
Director of Marketing Promotions up to this point.
Yeah.
Intern before who wore what I'm wearing today.
That's what I was going to get to. I've worn that costume many, many a time.
Who wore it better?
You for sure.
Okay.
I do have a picture back when I was an intern of me. Okay, let's go backwards once, and then we'll go back with this story.
Okay. So it's like Candyland.
My buzzwordy title is Vice President. Wait, I don't even remember it. Vice President, Brand Marketing and Experience. Joey remembers. I was put on the spot. I couldn't remember. So it's Vice President, Brand Marketing, and Experience.
That is fantastic. Congratulations.
Well, thanks. We also have a new Assistant General Manager.
Do we?
Can you guess?
Is it you?
No.
New Assistant General Manager. I know it's not me.
Yep. Lee Adams.
Is it?
Just kidding.
Oh.
No.
I just talked to Lee.
Zane Heinzelman.
Oh, great for Zane.
Yeah.
Good
so
job,
we've been
guys.
doing a little restructuring around here. Again, there are some things that are changing here and there, but the majority is staying the same. We all chip in to make sure this place is a well-oiled machine. But sometimes the titles just weren't necessarily fitting with I don't want to say the importance, but honestly, kind of the importance of people and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's been great.
Fantastic. So
yeah.
I leave town for 2 weeks and everything. Okay,
Nothing changed.
Nothing changed.
Well, actually, there will be some fun things that we're going to talk about.
Well, wait, first of all, do I still have a job?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, almost not after yesterday.
Almost not. Because of the K?
Well, because of the you not coming to Treasure Island to help brainstorm promo ideas. But then the K. But you redeemed yourself by wearing this.
Thank you. There's that noise again. Wow.
Back to when I had to wear this as a game day intern.
Now, you have to keep in mind, I got off a plane.
You wore that on the plane?
I did wear this on the plane, and people kept asking me for drinks, and I was just like, no, it's not.
That's so you could go back there and get your own drinks and make it look like, I work here.
Yeah, listen, buddy, I'm here for myself. Go away.
What would your girl name be? Joshua.
See, I gotta, unfortunately, I'm missing the Karen hair, which I was really hoping to wear.
Jessica?
This is more of a Debbie or a...
I think you look... Let's see. I'm trying to think. What do you look like if your name was a little bit more feminine?
Jess?
No.
Oh,
you couldn't pull that off.
Maya Jane?
No.
Betty?
No, that's my mom.
Okay. Eve?
No.
No?
You're going...
Sarah? With an H, not just a S-A-R-A?
No. Are we just going to list off names here?
Well,
I know. I'm trying to really get a feel. Maybe like a Cheryl.
Cheryl I could go with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wilhelmina.
Wilhelmina Will?
Willa?
Willa Will?
Willa. Well, we would change your last name. Willa. Well, you thought you were Sicilian. You're not, but...
No, we're just...
What would a Sicilian last name be?
Like a Sangiovese?
Sure, Willa.
Willa Sangiovese.
There you go.
Okay. That's my... Okay, well, thank you for joining today. Next week, we will take a look at... Okay, so here's the thing. You had the first production meeting, and you know that I will move heaven and earth to come to these things.
Apparently not.
What we just... Well, I wanted to save my marriage because my wife's out of town, and I had like one day to spend with her and the kids. So
Good.
I felt bad.
Okay.
And truth be told, I was like, can we check up on Friday? You're like, yeah, it'll be fine. We don't need to.
Well, I just didn't think there's not necessarily anything we have to check out. You've missed promo meetings before. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, like one.
Well, yeah, it's no big deal. Andy Crowley wasn't there either.
We've gotten into full conversation mode here and less podcasts.
I know. Well, you already cut me off twice from trying to tell my story of me wearing that costume.
Oh, yes. So you wore this costume not as well as me.
Wellas?
Wellas? That's my name.
Willa. Willa Wellas.
Willa Willis. Willa. Yeah.
No, I want to say it was Sun Country. I think it was Sun Country. And it was a big map that we had to lie on the ground. Again, this was back in the day when the PA announcers were on top of the dugout. Yes. Oh, I totally remember this. It's actually not bad. And they would have different stars of places that way more now because Sun Country has grown, places they would fly to. And then I think it was something about you had to pick, maybe it was like a trivia question. You had to figure out what city the PA was talking about, and you had a beanbag, and you had to try to throw it down onto the United States map. It was very large.
When you say throw it down, you mean from the dugout?
From on top of the dugout to the ground, because we didn't have nets back then either. And then the closest one to say Jacksonville, Florida, if that was the answer, won, because it was multiple people that would try. And then I had to just be out there as a prop, like Vanna White I just stood out there. I didn't really do anything. I was a paperweight on the corner to make sure that the map didn't fly all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the promotion. I miss being able to do things from on top of the dugout down to the field because we can't do that anymore because of the net. Now we have to do it out in right field, and that's just a lot further down because it really can't do as much. But we used to do so many things. But I want to say even before my time, they would do like circular blankets, and they were supposed to be pancakes, and they would give the people on the ground shovels, and you had to try and catch them like they were spatulas, the pancake being thrown down with your shovel.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. There's just a lot more stuff you can do.
Yeah. I mean, like we did the Cup Chuck, which was neat.
Yeah.
But you're not doing that in front of everybody. And if you don't have video support, then all you hear is this disembodied voice saying, you missed to the right or to the left.
5 seconds.
Earlier in the year, Sierra and I were trying to move the Sun Country get-to-go in airplanes. And we moved basically into right field from the Securian balcony, and there was just no way to catch that. Do you remember the wind kept catching it? If you went too far, you would hit the offices, and that was that'd be a neat area to do as well. But again, trying to clear that concourse is a little bit. Now that we've been done for a month and we've started up, are you caught up on sleep? I just listened to episode 10 yesterday. That's how far behind I am. And you had said you had just began to get into a routine about sleep. And then you were talking about the creepy paper boy with a car that would back up.
Yeah, so loud.
Like yeah. And then 5:30 in the morning, you get up to walk with Tater?
Yeah, normally it's around 5:30. Sometimes it's earlier. Sometimes it's a little later. Kind of depends, but on average, 5:30.
Are you back on schedule now?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
Are you chomping at the bit for the next season to begin?
No, we have a lot to do.
Yeah.
We just had our meetings yesterday. We have
why wasn't I told about it?
a lot. Well, they were the last 2 days to do in a span of, let's see, it's almost November, December, January,
Today's
February,
the 29th?
March. We start in April.
We
have 5.5 months to get a promo scheduled, to talk with all our partners, try to prospect new partners, group tickets, single game tickets, order giveaways. There's a lot to do, and it's already almost November.
Anything with the meetings that we can talk about right now? Like anything we're working at new next year, or things they want to kind of change up? Or is it just kind of a check-in and
it's just
a
like
pep talk and get going?
Well, it's sales stuff. Like, here's your sales goal. Here's all of our sales goals. This is our final number that we're aiming for. Yeah, and just all
Anyone talk about the previous season being better than they expected, worse than they expected, right on average?
Yeah, so every year we do hits and misses. So we talk about things that worked last season or went well, and things that didn't. And it could be honestly anything. So like hits were goat yoga, a miss, fainting goats. They did not faint. We need to tell that story sometime too.
Oh, Lord.
Just regular old goats. I was so mad.
They weren't even cute goats. They were just pain in the ass goats.
Beep. But yeah, so we just go through everything. Like, I don't know, hit was triple the fun. Those were great.
Yeah, fantastic.
Miss. Oh gosh. So many different things that, some of them we can talk about, some of them we can't.
But what you've even mentioned right now, the misses, we still made them fun, and I think that's our job. So not the worst miss.
No, and it's not all promotionally either. Like a miss could be PSC lines for concession stands were super long, and that's not necessarily something that we handle, but we are the ones that take all the flack for it.
Exactly.
So how can we help make that better and different things like that? So the misses are, again, they're not all promotion or anything like that. It could be operationally, like miss was lines at the front gate. So how can we funnel people in quicker when they all try to get here 2 minutes before first pitch, because there are a lot of people that come in when the gates open, but the majority you see trickle in 6:45 to 7:20. Mm-hmm. And it's like they all bum rush at once. So
in terms of attendance, how did we do last season? Did we exceed expectations?
Yeah, probably, because we didn't know that we were going to be at 100% starting in June.
We didn't know the day before we were going to be at 100%.
So, but yeah, it went well. We had a comparable attendance-wise season, overall number, than when we had 50 home games. So, granted, we should now having 72, we should do a lot better, but I was given the metrics. I think in all of minor league baseball, we're 5th overall in attendance. But there's different metrics. Like some are percent capacity, some are, I don't know. You had more fans, but those places seat 10,000 people.
Yeah,
so it kind of all depends. But I'm pretty sure. I think overall we're 5th in minor league baseball, which is not bad considering a lot of other places too didn't even have restrictions. Some have a ton. It's just a weird year to gather that data anyways.
And back when we were with the American Association, we were one of the larger ballparks. And now are we kind of in the middle, do you think? Or still on the larger size?
Well, we're definitely not on the larger side.
Okay.
It's not a rule anymore, but it was kind of like an unwritten rule back in the day that you had to seat at least 10,000 if you're AAA. That's not necessarily a thing. So we are a lot smaller than a lot of the other places, but I'm going to be completely honest. I have no idea if some of those other places, we still we have different group spaces and things like that we have 7210 seats in the ballpark. I'm not sure. I don't think that counts like the new Sun Deck and how many places that can seat for groups or different things like that. I'm not sure what these other ballparks, they sell roaming tickets or not. So,
well, I heard whispering at the beginning of the 2021 season that maybe they wanted to bring more seats in here. Was that ever a thing, or was that just?
We always make adjustments and improvements to the ballpark every single year, but I don't think that's one.
I think in one game that I've been here in the last 5 years, we had to add those extra bleachers in center field.
That was the worst.
Just moving those things.
We had to put them together.
It was neat to see everyone together, but a lot of work beforehand, obviously a lot of work after. Yeah.
It was brutal.
Speaking of stinking, I see that they're flushing the sewer lines in the back.
I know. Yes.
Walked down to the locker room and I was like, oh, jeez Louise, that's quite the smell.
Do you know things that they've found in like the clubhouse bathrooms? So on Wednesday night we had, so organizational meetings. We did them at Treasure Island. Treasure Island's one of our bigger partners. We started the meetings Wednesday morning, all hung out Wednesday night at Treasure Island, stayed overnight, and then we started the meetings on Thursday there again, and then we're done 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock on Thursday afternoon.
See, at no point did you ever tell me there was a sleepover or a summer camp or anything.
Well, because I knew you were coming back on Wednesday.
No way.
And I wasn't going to say that.
And I'm in a weird sense of jet lag right now.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly tired, but I get dizzy every once in a while.
Yeah, vertigo.
That's exactly it.
Yuck.
So should I have a beer to like balance this out? Or
probably. I know. We were going to do a happy hour one.
We should do a happy hour one.
We'll come on back later.
We should do that in a day. We're just angry. Yeah. Just let it all out.
For sure.
Anyway.
That's a during the season one then.
Yeah, you were talking about.
We're not necessarily angry in the off season. Are we?
No, we're not.
And here's the thing. I feel like we paint the picture that we're just like snarky, mean people all the time. But that's the content in this that actually gets people's ears. They don't want to hear us talk about, when I compliment, I don't know what I would compliment you on. I'm just kidding.
That I wear this dress better.
And that I would thank you for, thanks for going to the store and picking up the cereal we need for the promotion tonight. Like,
no one
we're not going to talk about that, right?
No, as a matter of fact, I was thinking on the way in, because I wrote a list of things that I think you think are funny on my trip, but they're all complaints. Because comedy comes from conflict.
Yeah.
They want to hear you complain. And so, or not complain.
Misery attracts misery.
Yeah. And if I'm telling you about a really good time I had, you're like,
Yeah.
But if I tell you that I was miserable, it's like, that's great. That's good. You didn't have a great time.
That's so sad. I love it. Well, it's not, I don't love it. I don't love that we paint the picture that we're just these really sarcastic people, but it is a very big part of what we do. So, and it's the entertaining part.
And that's exactly. So,
what were we talking about? I had something in my brain.
Things that we found in the.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Wednesday night we ate dinner at like the steakhouse that was at Treasure Island, and I was sitting at the table with Joey and Allie, Curtis, and I've heard these stories before, but I had Curtis tell stories of different things he's found flushed down the toilet before. And he said in the clubhouse.
The clubhouse?
Yeah, he's found women's bra.
How do you flush a bra?
I don't know. Why don't you just throw it in the garbage? But I can't even remember what some of the socks he said.
Wait, I got to go back. Why? I mean, I can understand. Okay, I got to get rid of my underwear.
Maybe it wasn't your wife's.
Maybe
Again, you could just throw it in the garbage.
Yeah.
Flush it. This is the best one. It was found in the clubhouse. Somebody had flushed a whisk down the toilet.
Like an egg whisk? Yeah. How big was the whisk, first of all, and how big is this toilet?
Probably small. Maybe not one of the huge ones, because they probably wouldn't have flushed down, but their toilets are, average sized toilets. They don't have anything better.
We didn't upgrade to the Major League Baseball toilets?
No, they don't have bidets. Well, the whisk.
Oh my God, I miss my bidet so much.
Gross.
I guess that is kind of gross.
Oh, man.
Nope, just when you're used to... Anyway.
I will clarify. The whisk was not found this year, so you can't look at the Twins players right now and be like, you dirty, dirty people. No, they were from previous years, but still, it's...
we don't know what happens. Someone snuck into the ballpark and they flushed a whisk.
Oh, he ain't coming back.
Yeah. I would imagine coins, cigarettes, one-hitters, stuff like that. Not from the players, just in general.
Yeah.
But a whisk, I wouldn't really... maybe a Barney doll. Just, wow.
So many different things. A baseball? I don't know. Batting gloves that you didn't bring you hits.
Tommy, you flushed like 6 times. Are you okay in there? I gotta get rid of this baseball. Quick, wrap it up in a bra.
That'll lube it down. That's what she said. Yikes.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Okay.
Okay.
I just had to get that story out. Anyways.
So I believe the question was there anything we can talk about from the meeting Wednesday or Thursday at Treasure Island that we're looking at for the new season? Or just kind of setting the game plan and we move forward from here?
Kind of.
When is it going to be our first actual promo meeting in CHS Field offices here? That time
in a month, probably. Okay. Usually do it once a month. So probably right before Thanksgiving, I would imagine. I feel like it would go better. If this sounds weird, but I feel like having a promo meeting right before Thanksgiving would go better than having it the week after Thanksgiving.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I feel like there's kind of the excitement leading up that it's about to be a holiday. People would be more talkative versus the week after. It's like, okay, we're back at it. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So how do you like things presented to you? Because I have ideas. I always do, you know that, for the upcoming season. And sometimes I'll text them, and then a lot of times I'm like, I am in the meeting right now, Josh. Text me. Then I'll email, and that sometimes gets lost. And I want to bring them up at the promo meeting, but sometimes I have to explain them. And we know that there's that weird dead silence at a promo meeting. Like, hey, I have an idea for Flintstone Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Anyone want me to explain? No? Okay, I'm just going to go back and have another Danish.
Danish? I don't do Danishes.
I'll have another
Buffalo chicken dip.
Jello
shot. If Gina makes them.
Exactly.
I don't know. I will be honest. It's probably easier for you to put them all in an email. But when I'm up there, like, leading these meetings, when people just continue to, like, rattle off like 10 in a row, I'm supposed to be writing all this down. It's hard for me to process and think if it's actually a good idea. And I just feel like all I'm doing is writing.
Would it help if you wore the Vanna White outfit?
No. So I don't know. A few at a time is what is helpful. I like it when somebody says an idea and then everyone kind of talks about it. Or like a couple of people talk about, we could do this with that. Like, again, it's just very difficult. Like yesterday, it was the very beginning, just people are just rattling off like anniversaries, and it's like I have to like go all, because I color code it too, all over the place with like different anniversaries that they are. And honestly, just because it's an anniversary doesn't make it a good promotion either.
Yeah.
And I think people do get that, but they're just, there's no bad ideas or anything. But after a while, it's like, I don't care that it's the 115th anniversary of when this person was born. You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot.
Every once in a while,
nor do the fans. They won't know.
When we did the whatever anniversary of Isaac Newton, that was Healy, or the invention. That was a fun one.
Yeah,
that was.
Well, and then we base a lot of them, like not the big idea ones, but a lot of just the fillers are based off of anniversaries, and that's great. But again, just because you're looking at this is an anniversary in 2022, and you're just listing off all of them like that, it's Right. What are we going to do with that?
Was there anything that kind of stood out yesterday that this could be really great?
Oh, I already have our kicker for next year. I'm not kidding, but I'm not saying it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have one that you were just like, no? Or did you have many that you were just like, no?
I had many.
Okay. You want to throw anyone under the bus right now?
No, because I can't remember, to be honest.
They were that bad that you're just like...
it's just like things that we did that. It's also hard when like maybe it's the 25th anniversary and it's like we did something in the 20th. And like,
oh, yeah.
We did that. And then, we can do it again. That's fine. But I'm not super excited to write it down.
Right.
I don't know.
But we need to come up with how many for next year?
72.
And not normally. It used to be
50. 50.
25 extra games.
Are those your wife's shoes?
These are my wife's shoes.
I knew it.
I actually had gold ones before, and I didn't want to stretch them out. And right now,
wow,
I am very uncomfortable in the waist.
All right.
Because I actually can't expand my diaphragm. You may notice I haven't scratched my eye because I can't lift my arm. Wow, you can't even do your usual tick. Nope. So I'm just sitting here.
Maybe we should just put you in that every time.
Do you notice I've just been sitting here demure, listening, and it's been... I'm a
fidgeter, which I've come to realize doesn't mean that it does kind of mean that I can't sit still, but it's like your TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. Like, you can burn a lot more calories, and this isn't why I do it, but just by fidgeting and like moving a lot, I don't know.
If you were to watch this podcast on fast time lapse.
Yeah.
You would look like you're tweaking the entire time.
All the time.
And I would not move at all except for a hand gesture. Which I put on the first week overseas 55 miles of walking.
Wow, I didn't know if you were going pounds or what you were going to go with that.
Nope. I had so much fun running around and exploring neighborhoods. I told you, I love to get lost. I kind of like to immerse myself, but I'd be running and it's like, oh, look, there's Buckingham Palace. Here's Trafalgar Square. I found Scotland Yard all in one run. And I would just run along. What's weird too is the River Thames, which runs through London, isn't like the Mississippi. So if you're over in Minneapolis, it runs north-south. If you're in St. Paul, it kind of goes east-west. It goes up and down. So anytime you think, the Thames is right behind me, you have no direction where you're facing. So it's really nuts. And they have streets like downtown St. Paul. You think you're going north and suddenly, you're in South St. Paul or something like that. So I was very active.
That's good.
Drank a lot of different beers.
What was the best one?
We had a lot of Belhaven when we were up in Scotland. So, but it's not quite cold, but it's not quite warm, and it's very heavy. Yeah, their beers are not cold. This is not like you're going to get yourself a Hams or a Miller or something like that from a ballpark. It's going to be, this is the way it is. And I will say, I'm not a huge Guinness drinker.
I'm not either.
But the Guinness over there is much better.
Yeah. Why is that?
I think it's just fresher. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or maybe they just, you have to think it's actually brewed over there. So they got to put them in kegs or whatever they do and then send them over here. And you're getting older beers.
Yeah, it's just slopping around in the cargo ship that it's coming in, so it's flat. That actually makes so much sense. Whenever I have Guinness, I'm like, it just tastes flat, like it's gross.
Yeah.
That might be why.
And they say the closer you get to the brewery, which is in Dublin, Ireland.
But probably the better.
Yeah. So when we were down in London, it was good. When we went up to Edinburgh, which is 4 hours north by train, a little bit better. Maybe one day I'll get over there. But
when I was a bartender, sometimes people would ask for Guinness beer on tap, and I'm like, we don't have that, but we have it in a can. And they're like, I do not want Guinness can. And I go, I have been told, I don't drink it, but that the canned version is way better than on tap because there's that little like widget. Ping pong ball in there.
Yeah, the widget, yeah.
Sure, that's what it's called.
The CO2.
Yeah. And then they would have it and they're like, you're right. Like I'd prefer it like, I don't know, in a glass or something, but yeah, they did.
I have, and we're not going to make this about me because that was episode 10, but I saw a game show because I had, again, jet lag, but it was one of those, I could fall asleep at 11 and then from like 2 to 4, I'm just...
Are we talking about this game show now too?
Yes.
We got to do this. We have 15 minutes.
We have 15 minutes. Okay. So I told you about the Japanese game show about the gentleman who wasn't allowed to leave his apartment.
The worst show ever made.
This one was called Naked Attraction.
Gross.
Okay. It's going to get worse. Okay. So it basically starts off, and the version I saw was always a female contestant. She'd be like, hi, my name's Amy. I'm a secretary assistant here and blah, blah, blah. I've never been lucky in love. I've often played the game. I've been ghosted and then blah, blah, blah. But what I really wanted, and so she gives this whole backstory. Mm-hmm. And she's set up with 5 eligible bachelors. Mm-hmm. They are behind panels. Mm-hmm. And so for the first round, they raise the panel up to the waist. All the guys are completely naked. And so it's like,
up to the waist?
Up to the waist.
Oh, so already.
They're complete.
Are they blurred out?
Nope. No.
What?
Straight up.
How?
And
How can you put that on TV?
This is
what
British.
If a kid wakes up in the middle of the night?
They're going to learn something, I guess. And so I'm just, and so they're describing their legs. They're describing other things. And I like this. I don't like this. And
Ew. What?
Right off the bat, you know that these are not Hollywood bodies. These are not California bodies. These are not tone bodies. These are real guys. And, you don't want to watch, but at the same time, you're like, what does this person actually look like?
Does she critique their bodies?
She does. She says what she likes, what she doesn't like, blah, 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 what she's looking for. And so blah, blah, blah. And after that 5, she gets rid of one of them. Okay, so the panel goes up and you see the person and the guy walks out.
No personality based or anything?
Nothing. You can't interview him at all. You're just judging them from the waist down. So the guy, they show up, they show who the first guy is. He comes out, gives her a hug, which is naked.
She naked?
Nope. And he goes off and they go, I was quite disappointed that guy. So it's like, okay, weird. Now, next, they bring it up to the neck. So, and it's like, okay, well, this guy's built. This guy has a lot of tattoos. This guy has some scar. It's just like, and now you're thinking, is this
from the abortion he got? Oh, I didn't mean to say that one. I meant to say C-section. Sorry. Yikes.
And you don't want to watch because it's like one of those, you're trying to maintain eye contact with the TV, but you're like, I want to know what this person looks like because you have an idea of, and so suddenly she's critiquing again and she has to get rid of another person. So boom, number 4 is out. He comes up, gives her a hug, done. And then the third one, all the way up, and then now she gets to interview them.
And see their face?
And see their face and ask them kind of questions. The face never, ever. And I watched 2 episodes in total because I would watch and like, I can't do this anymore. But then there would be some sort of weird fascination of like, well, what do these people look like? And like the older gentlemen were always kind of, I don't know how to say it, like decent looking, but the young guys were always just gross. So you'd have like this really great.
Well, I can't imagine that it's going to be, 5-star type of people coming on that show in the first place.
But there's this morbid, weird curiosity of like, hey, what does this person look like?
Right.
And then she finally whittles them down to 1.
Yeah.
But she has to come out naked
and he has
for the
to
last 2.
Judge her?
Nope, he doesn't get a chance. He just to be fair. Just to be fair, that's the way it is. And then they go on the date. And every date, and there's 2 contestants per episode. Every date went awful. Like there's no chemistry. I was just watching like.
Then I'm so.
It doesn't make sense. And then the last one I turned off, and it was
What show is that called?
Naked Attraction.
Oh, that's what you said. Yeah.
The panel went up, and a guy had 2 fake legs. So they were metal legs, but then just his waist and his.
Yeah.
The rest of them and it was like, no, thank you. So that was.
Who'd be funny.
This is a promotion we should not do.
No, but you're making me think of a promotion that I kind of want to do, but I don't know what to do with it.
Okay.
It is the 30th anniversary next year of John and Lorena Bobbitt. Do you know what that is?
I do know what that is.
I didn't. So I went in like a rabbit hole online learning all about this. And then I found out there was a documentary on Amazon Prime and I watched most of it. Intriguing, very intriguing. So the fact that the John Bobbitt story.
John Wayne Bobbitt.
Yeah, true. When his appendage was cut off and it was reattached and then he became an adult film star.
Yes, he starred in 2
That's why
films.
I think it's so funny. He would probably love going on that show just because he loves to prove to people like still works.
Oh, absolutely.
We're good.
I told you I worked at Mr. Movies and I was one of the only males over 18. So I had to take care of the adult room and bring all those back. And both his movies were back there. One was John Wayne Bobbitt Uncut.
Yes.
And then the other one was Franken.
Yes. Yeah. He also had like a band too.
Oh, did he?
Severed Parts or something like that.
Oh, you know what we could do? Because she threw it out the window.
I know she did that.
We could just have people throwing hot dogs into buckets on bikes.
Oh, Rob just said, or Rob Thompson, who works here, I've been talking to him about it. Did he get a new
position?
Yes.
Joey, did you get a new position?
But I can't say it at the moment. Anyways.
See what happens when I don't show up for
he said that, instead of throwing peanuts out of the press box, we should throw wieners out of the press box on that game. Gosh, it would be so funny. I don't know. We got to figure out something to do with it.
Highbrow humor here.
Okay, we are running out of time, but we have to do this because I actually spent time on it.
Okay, we have plenty to talk about. So we got another episode sometime next week.
Beautiful.
Okay. So this is something I'd never heard of.
This is what you do at baby showers, but since it is Halloween coming up, it kind of reminded me of it.
By the way, that is why we are dressed today.
Yes.
We haven't got that part.
Maybe we should just dress up for everyone. That's what we do anyways.
Well, we're going to talk about that in the games as well. So I want to make sure we hit that again in another episode. Okay.
Cool. So I have melted candy bars in our adult diapers from the Big Baby Race.
Okay.
And you're supposed to figure out what candy bar is melted inside of it. And it looks like poo.
Just by looking at it. I don't have to eat it or anything.
No.
Okay.
You can smell it, but honestly, I don't know if it's going to smell like anything other than burnt chocolate.
And diaper.
Maybe.
Okay.
So.
Do you know what these are?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what that one is.
If you can see what I'm seeing, she just opened up a diaper and looked in.
Yeah, we
studied it. Okay.
I'm not going to describe it because I know what they are, but you should have to describe it.
Now you.
I can also, I'll show a little bit.
Okay.
On the camera. I don't know if you can see that or not, but now, Josh, you have to describe what you're looking at.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at a lot of brown and it looks like a lot of cookie.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing this is a Twix.
It is.
Okay.
You are 1 for 1.
So this is done at baby showers.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to tell people to look on YouTube, Funny in Theory?
Yeah, Funny in Theory on YouTube. You can see what we're looking at right now.
This one got stuck together.
Plus you can see how much I really.
This one got stuck together.
There's a lot of fiber in that one. It's like a chip beef sandwich. Okay, oh, good Lord. This looks straight up chocolate. But there's a little nougat. Is this like a Three Musketeers?
It is not. That is a Snickers.
I don't see any peanuts.
I know, because it got stuck together.
Oh, okay. There's peanuts.
Yeah, you can see that. There are the peanuts.
I'm looking at a diaper and saying,
wait,
I don't see any peanuts. You touched it.
Yeah, those are peanuts. Well, it's not actual poop. God. Yeah, those are peanuts. Okay, so that one. Gosh. Imagine, I didn't go down to the people with the sewer stuff right now and be like, hey guys, I told them it was candy bars, but actually.
No, the reason I said that is I was going to dig through it and I wanted you to be like, no, you can't touch it.
Oh.
You can't touch it.
Oh my God. Okay, so for those, maybe if you can see that.
See, oh my God, this is a Nestle Crunch bar.
It is.
Yeah, because it's got the little dots of
crispy,
puffed rice, or
crunchy
puffed
things.
corn. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Man, I nailed that.
All right, that's what she said. You are 2 for 3. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so this one right here, a little chunkier.
Oh, that's really gross. Okay, this is there's more cookie in it.
And these are all different. There was no repeats.
There's no okay. So,
this one might be hard.
Is it a 100-gram bar?
Nope.
I don't know.
Reese's Take 5.
I would not have guessed
I know, that one's a little harder, but
hold on. Oh, if I had smelled it, I would have said it's some sort of Reese's.
To be honest, like, I'm not a big candy bar person, but those are dang delicious.
Yeah. You want some?
No.
Okay.
I have extra in the kitchen if you want some when you're done. 2 more.
How did you melt these, by the way?
Nom.
Nom, nom, nom.
Okay. Okay. Gross. But
oh, that is just now. This is a Reese's peanut butter cup because I can see the ridges.
Yeah,
I can see the ridges right there.
I was pressed for time too.
Okay, that's not the only thing that was pressed here.
I know. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the final one that you should totally guess what it is.
I should totally. This looks like the last two. Hold on, I'm gonna smell it. Now it's on my nose. Okay, I see a peanut in there. I see 2 peanuts. This is Snickers. No, we already did Snickers.
It's a Snickers.
It is a Snickers?
Yep. The other one looked like it had peanuts in it.
Yeah.
But it must have just been the caramel.
So what was
coming
that?
Together? Milky Way.
Oh, there's a Milky Way. Okay.
So that one, yeah, is the Snickers. But it did look like there was peanuts in there.
Okay.
That's why. So I'm sorry, but you probably would have gotten that one. We'll say you were 5 for 6. No. 4 for 6.
4 for 6? Well,
yeah, because you said Three Musketeer anyways for the one I
you're
said
right,
Snickers.
You're right. I did. Okay.
But you would have gotten that one. So we'll say 4 for 6. That's 66%.
Would I have got a Saints hat for that?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, that was a total visual thing on our audio podcast.
Yeah, you kind of forgot that you were supposed to, what's it called?
Use
Describing words.
This has a floral scent to it.
Yeah.
There's a little nuttiness and a little pine.
You did talk about the ridges, though. Can't forget the ridges. I was going to do Reese's Pieces.
Oh, that would have been.
Dude, I was at the sketchy Speedway this morning getting this stuff, and I was also on the phone with Zane. Shout out to Zane. He doesn't listen to these, but new assistant general manager. And so I was telling this to Rob. All I could find, I don't ever get candy bars, so I didn't even know where to go. All I could find was the king size of like everything. So I had a bunch of those in my arm. I was on the phone and I was trying to find a Celsius because I was like, that sounds good. Friday treat, sure. And I busted like 4 in my bicep, just like trying to do everything. And then I found the regular sized ones and I just put back the 4 that I just completely demolished in my arm. And sorry, Speedway people. That place is a treat to go to.
I've had to stop there a few times if I need to pick up something on the way, and I'm done.
Yeah.
It's just...
But there was like no one in there. So when I went in there, I was like, yes, great. Except for this one lady. And this one lady literally passed by me to get something. I was standing in front of a cooler, like as close as this mic is to my face. That is how close she got to me and stood right in front of me. And I was like, oh, I probably said, oh.
Do we have 10 seconds for a quick story? Or do we have to get going?
I guarantee you're not going to do it in 10 seconds.
I'm not going to do it in 10 seconds.
You can.
But what drove me nuts over there is the coins come in 1p, 2p, 5p, 10p, 20p, 50p, and then a pound. They don't go in the 25. They don't do it on a quarter method.
Okay.
So if you're thinking about need to get my change or I need to get change back, it throws everything off. But what's weird is that the penny's the size of a penny. The 2p is just a little bit bigger than a penny. Their 5p is actually the size of a nickel. Their 10p...
What's a p?
A pence. So it'd be like their coins.
Oh.
And so they're 10p.
They have 2?
They have 2.
What's that? I've never even heard of that.
Just 2 pennies, but in 1 penny. They used to have a 6 pence, which was 2.5p. Their 10 cent is the size of a quarter. Their 5p is the size of a dime. So everything that you're looking
Why?
at... Because they wanted to mess with me. So you should have seen me. Like I would hold out coins if I was buying something. And I did buy some chocolate over there because Cadbury chocolate is wonderful. And I would just have them pick it out of my hand because I'm like, I can't do math right now. I'm a stupid American. All right, it took 20 seconds. I'm Joshua
oh my
Will.
Gosh, no, I'm stuck on this 2p. What is that? It's like cursive. They don't even teach kids cursive anymore.
No, but it's really advanced math. But if you're used to giving quarters and now you got to 4 quarters for $1, now you got to do everything. It just drove me up the wall. And they don't have dollar bills. They have 1 pound coins. They have 2 pound coins.
I paid with a card.
And then they have you can have Scottish money, you can have English money, but they're the same thing. So nothing's ever the same color. And a lot of their bills
You ever
have
had
plastic
a
in
card?
it.
Maybe you should just switch to cards.
I did. I eventually was just tapping a lot over there.
You're talking about in Scotland.
Scotland and England,
I
yeah.
thought you meant at Speedway. I was like, what? That makes no sense to me.
It's like Disney bucks. Yeah. Speedway
You didn't
has
even,
their own...
we were talking about Speedway and you went back to Scotland.
I did. I said, speaking of, I was talking about the chocolate. That reminded me of, it doesn't matter.
It does a little bit. I was like, why the heck would this Speedway have 2p, which I've never heard of? That's why I said they don't teach kids about that anymore. They never taught me about a 2p.
They never taught you to pee?
No. I'm Sierra.
I'm Josh.
Bye.
It's not strange, both things are rearranged. No one to blame. It's all for the fun of the game.